when he sees this bush, in a sense, it's nothing unusual that he sees. There are lots of little fires that start up in the desert. That happens from time to time, right? We've seen that recently in the tragedy that's been happening in California. I should have prayed about that earlier. We should pray about that at the end. Fires start up in the desert. That's not amazing. What's amazing is that this fire is not spreading from bush to bush. It's not becoming like a forest fire or a brush fire. And the bush just keeps on burning, presumably for a long time. Shepherds don't move very fast. So Moses has probably been watching this bush. Maybe it's been hours. Maybe it's been all day and all night. And he realizes this bush is just still on fire. How in the world can that be? So he doesn't expect this to be a meeting with a God or with the Lord who made heaven and earth. He goes over, it's pretty clear in this line, he goes over just because it's interesting and he wants to see what's there. Now, there's a lot of imagery associated with this bush. Moses, you know what's going to happen. We'll read it next week. But Moses is about to hear the voice of God directly. When he gets up to that bush, he's going to hear God speak to him and tell him to take off his sandals and get down on it. He's going to fall down on his face and cover his head once he realizes that this is not just an interesting sight, but God himself meeting with him. But most of the stuff in Exodus, they're connections to other things in the Bible, right? Like the basket and the water is connected to Noah's Ark, right? There's images that come back again and again in the Bible. The image of a burning bush is really quite unique to Exodus. It's quite unique to Moses' life in particular. And here's my theory. I think God is speaking. Why does he appear to Moses in a burning bush? I think God is speaking directly to Moses. It's not just I who think this. He's speaking directly to Moses in a very personal way. Moses has been out in the desert, right? When you're out in the desert, you're on a hike, you see lots of these shriveled up dry bushes. Have you ever been on a hike like that? Maybe you've been like to the American Southwest or something, California or Nevada. He sees all these bushes. He is an old man at this point. What does an old man look like? Shriveled, wrinkled, dried up, useless. Old people are not useless. This is what Moses is thinking about himself. Dead, without life, no water. God shows Moses a bush that's a lot like him. Moses is the bush. The fire is burning the bush. It's engulfed in flame. That's painful. Bushes don't really feel pain, but that's painful. The fire is the Lord. The Lord is burning the bush clean, changing the bush, making it, refining the bush, refining it by fire. The bush does not burn up.